Hello students, today we are going to discussing about one more new topic. Already previously we studied about the two chapters, reproduction in organisms, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In that one, among these two, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, there is a little bit more that weightage of these neat marks and in that already I said in previous, once again go through that one. Once again, you must be recall that wherever macrosporangium related to male, megasporangium related to female, and wherever one can return, please you adjust this one. Megasporangium related to female, microsporangium related to male. Now, coming to apart from this one, that agents of pollinating agents, that also once again one can go through that one. Now, one more important chapter, that is that human reproductive system, the third chapter. Human reproductive system, name itself one can represent, that is what type of organisms in human beings and related to reproductively, that is unisexual organisms. Then apart from this one, viviparous organisms. In these human organisms are unisexual as well as viviparous organisms, which one can give birth to the young ones and all. Then along with this one, that is, it shows sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism or bimorphism, which one can, external characteristic feature either male or female, like that will be present. That means external characteristic features one can observable. Normally if you observe external characteristic features, which one can morphologically, if it is male, regarding related to morphologically, apart from this one, that basal metabolic rate will be the very high. Then related to the female, basal metabolic rate will be low, and basal metabolic rate related to our metabolic biological activities and all, which one can high in male, low in female and all. Remain regarding related to broader shoulder as well as facial, which one can hair growth and all. That in that female related to mammary glands development and all. Everything which one can, that is commonly one can know about. Then apart from this one, here in that reproductive system and all, these particular organisms, then where one can attain this production of the gametes, that is commonly that puberty age and all. Normally one can observable in puberty age related to male, that puberty age 13 to 16 years. In male, that 13 to that 15 years, whereas in female 12 to 13 years. This particular puberty age, in that particular age, ready to reproduce that particular things and all. Then this, after attaining this particular age, ready to produce that particular male gametes, if it is male, if it is female, female gametes, which one can be produced and all. Then in this particular chapter, once one can discuss about, that is male reproductive system, female reproductive system, then gametogenesis, then apart from this one, menstrual cycle, then fertilization, then embryonic development, that means pregnancy. Then parturition. So these particular concepts which one can go through, one can discuss about this particular chapter and all. Like that 7 particular sub-concepts are present. In this one, orally, these particular aspects and these organisms related to that normally one can observe that insemination, then implantation, then which one can, the gestation period means which one can develop that particular embryo inside the womb of the mother and all. Then apart from this one, then after gestation period, then pasteurization. So like that the sequence orderly one can be takes place. Apart from this one, the first subtopic related to this one, that male reproductive system. In that male reproductive system, what is the male reproductive organs? Here it will be present that the primary organs as well as accessory parts as well as the primary parts it will be present and all. In this one, what is the male reproductive organ? In that male reproductive organ, normally we call it as the testis. Then this is the plural, this is the singular one. Normally one pair of testis it will be present. One pair of testis is present. This is the main, that particular reproductive organs and all. Apart from this one, for supporting accessory parts also one can present, like Cowper's gland, as well as prostate gland, as well as different types of the ducts which one can be present, that is vas, efferentia, vas, deferens, such type of, apart from this one, external genitalia, all are supporting in addition to this one. Among this one, important one, that is the testis, which one can produce that male gametes and all. In this one, the first one can discuss about that scrotum. So the testis, one pair of testis, where it will be located? It will be located on the scrotal sacs and all. Where it will be present in scrotal sacs? Scrotal sacs present external body surface below the abdomen in anterior part and all. In this scrotum, why it will be present inside the scrotum? Because of 2 to 2.5 degrees temperature, Celsius temperature, one can less than the normal body temperature. 2.5 degrees Celsius. That is that less than our body temperature. Inside the scrotal sacs, minimum 2, maximum 2.5. Normal our body temperature 37 degrees Celsius. Here less than that 37 degrees Celsius. Then this particular temperature one can support normal the production of the male gametes. So that is important in question point of view. Then apart from this one, this scrotum, how it is connected to the abdominal part with the help of inguinal canal. That inguinal canal connected to the scrotum towards the abdomen and all. Then inside that scrotum, what type of that particular cords, which one can be connected, it will be present. Along with this one, that spermatic cords, also it will be present. Which one can connected, which one can hold up the position of that particular testis inside that particular scrotum. So, but apart from this one, in exam point of view, in which particular age of the male human being, the testis, which one can descend towards the scrotum and all. Normally testis one can present inside the abdomen region only. But here, at the age of 7th month of during embryonic growth and development period only, at the age of 7th month of pregnancy, the testis one can descend inside that scrotum and all. During 7th month, testis descend towards that scrotum. If it fails to descend, then that particular condition we called as cryptorchidism, unable to produce that particular gametes because of variable temperature. Normally one can reduce that particular temperature for production of this one. Then inside that scrotum, main important parts, it will be present into the testis center. What is the length of the testis? One pair of testis present. What is the length of the testis? Normally 4 to 5 centimeters length, 2 to 3 centimeters width, it will be present, each and every testis center. In this testis, each and every testis consists of 3 particular membranes are present. 3 membranes, it will be covered each and every testis. What is the outermost membrane? Which one can be present under? Outermost membrane of the testis. This is outermost membrane, that is tunica vaginalis. Then middle membrane, tunica albuginea, tunica albuginea. Then inner membrane, which one can covered with the testis, that is we called as tunica that vasculosa. These particular three membranes one can cover. Then these testis, how it will be present, which particular spermatic cord connected to the testis to the scrotal sacs and all. Suppose this is the scrotal sacs, this is the testis, which one can be present under. This is the testis, this is we called as gubernaculum. So testis into the scrotal sac, it is connected with the gubernaculum in the testis and all. Inside that these testes, it will be present many number of tubal, many number of that particular lobules are present under each and every testis. One can be present number of testicular lobules. That is important. How many number of testicular lobules are present each and every testis? Then they have given options. Then 200, 250, 300, 350 and all. Then you write the answer, that is the 250 testicular lobules. Each and every testis, 250 testicular lobules are present. So, like this, number of lobules, which one can be present? Testicular lobules. Each and every testicular lobule, again, highly that coiled, that seminiferous tubule, 1, 2, 3, that each and every testicular lobule, it will be present, that each testicular lobule, 1, 2, 3, seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules are present. Here, this is the testicular lobule, inside this one, highly coiled, which one can? Seminiferous tubules are present. Seminiferous tubules, which one can be present? In that seminiferous tubule, each and every seminiferous tubule, that seminiferous tubule, it is lined with germinal epithelium. That is germinal epithelium. Then what type of germinal epithelium? Normal point of view, germinal epithelium cells, which one can line it with each and every seminiferous tubules and all. That is common. In exam point of view, what type of epithelium cells and all? In that epithelium, again, many types are there. Either columnar, either ciliated, either cuboidal, such type of which one can be asked and all. But exam point of view, you must remember that cuboidal epithelial cells, that cuboidal epithelial cells, which one can line it with germinal epithelium. In that cuboidal epithelium, there are two types of cells are present. What is the name of the two types of cells? One is the male germ cells. Another one is the Sertoli cells. It will be present male germ cells as well as Sertoli cells. Male germ cells, Sertoli cells, male germ cells, otherwise we call as spermatogonium. That is spermatogonia, Sertoli, or we call as nurse cells. Sertoli we call as nurse cells. Spermatogonium cells, it is a diploid condition through meiosis cell division, which one can undergo some formation of male gametes through that meiosis, one can formation of these one sperms, male gametes and all. These Sertoli cells, which one can nourishes that male germ cells, that nourishes that male germ cells and all. In that particular point of view, it will be present. But this seminiferous tubule, 1, 2, 3, it will be present. Between 1 to another seminiferous tubule, 1 to that 3, between 1 to another seminiferous tubule, there is a space, it will be present. What is the name of this space which one can present between one seminiferous tubule to another seminiferous tubule? That is, we called as interstitial, that particular space, interstitial cells are present. So, between seminiferous tubule that is interstitial cells are present, interstitial space it will be present. These interstitial cells, one scientist one can identify. Who is the name of that scientist? One can identify. That is the leading scientist. That's why one can call that particular name of these cells, we call as leading cells. That is leading cells it will be present. Then these leading cells act as a very vital role for the production of male hormone. What is the important name of the male hormone? With the help of that male hormone only, that particular secondary sexual characters which one can appearance in male at the time of this attaining puberty age and all. In that leading cells only one can secrete this one. That is androgen. Androgens. Many number of androgens which one can be present. These many number of these androgens. This one among the important androgen we called as testosterone. That is we called as testosterone. One among the important androgen testosterone. It acts as vital role. That's why these cells otherwise we called as interstitial cells stimulating one type of the hormone which one can helpful for secretion of these particular aspects. Here a group of network after formation of this one, it will be formed from this each and every testis and all. What we call a group of network after this one, that group of network of tubules, that is it will be formed into the reed testis. Group of network it will be present that is related to the reed testis and all. This reed testis which one can arises, that is the ciliated non-tubular vasa efferentia. From this one, non-tubular ciliated vasa efferentia. That is important. So from testis to that particular epididymis, which particular tubules one can be connected? Once again, from testis to epididymis, which tubular structure? Ciliated one, but it is not a complete one, tubular structure, ciliated one. Which one can be connected? That is the vasa efferentia, it will be connected and all. In this vasa efferentia, then it connected to the, that is the epididymis and all. Next, it will be connected to the epididymis. Epididymis act as an important role for storage as well as nourishes of these particular male gametes and all. Male gametes which one can be present under. Then the epididymis. The next part of this one, epididymis and all. This epididymis, from where one can develop in embryonic stage, the epididymis which one can be originated, which one can be developed and all. Normally, Wolffian duct, it will be originated. That is important, Wolffian duct. In that embryonic stage, from Wolffian duct, the epididymis which one can be developed and all. But exam point of view, in this area also very important. In that one, where the temporary one can preserve, one can nourishes, one can store that particular spermatozoans, that is epididymis. Here, it will be stored as well as that nourishment of sperms and all. In this one, according to position, this epididymis, that is the caput, that is the carpus, that is the caudal. There is three parts it will be present. That anteriorly we called as caput, that middle one we called as the carpus, interiorly we called as caudal epididymis, which one can observe under. In this after completion of this one, it will be connected. Then from epididymis, then where it will be connected, continuation it will be present under. It continuation of this one, vas differentia, it continuation then vasa differentia. So this is vasa efferentia and vasa differentia. Both are different. Vasa efferentia connected testis as well as epididymis. Vasa differentia, it is connected regarding related to that epididymis to urethra. It is connected epididymis to urethra. That is, which one can testis to that particular this epididymis and all. This vasa differentia, it is also tubular. One pair of vasa differentia it will be present. It is only passaging of the spermatozoa, male gametes and all. Passage of sperms. It is only passage of the sperms. That is a vasa differentia. In that vasa differentia, then after this continuation of this one, then it will be going on. Once one can, it will be takes place into the urethra. It will be present into the urethra. In this urethra, according to its location. Next one, that urethra, it is a longer one. Urethra, longer one, it will be present into the male one. In female reproductive system, urethra, it will be present very shorter one. That is also very important. Urethra will be longer in male. In female, it will be the shorter and all. In this, it is a passage. Urethra, it is a passage which one can transfer both the urine as well as that particular semen, especially in male and all. But in female, separate urethral orifice as well as vaginal separately it will be present and all. So according to position and all, that is a prostatic urethra as well as membranous urethra, then penial urethra. So urethra is the passage which one can process either urine as well as semen or commonly will present. But exam point of view, which part of the urethra one can process only urine? These are the options or all of the above. Then your answer will be the prostatic urethra. So the urethra which one can process all along with the prostate gland. That is we call as prostatic urethra. There one can process only urine. Remaining membranous urethra or penial urethra, it will be processed both the semen as well as urine. Both one can be processed under. Then ejaculatory duct. In that ejaculatory duct, where one can commonly, that is the seminiferous tubule as well as prostatic duct, both one can be, it will be present into the ejaculatory duct. Seminiferous duct, the seminiferous tubules which one can, along with this one, that prostatic one, both collectively one can form into the ejaculatory duct and all. Then another important part and all, that is external genitalia. What is the external genitalia present into the male reproductive system? Then your answer will be the penis. That is external genitalia. External genitalia. In this one, it is the male copulatory organ. Penis is the male copulatory organ. In this one, that anterior part of this one we called as, that is the glans penis, which one can covered with one skin, that is we called as a foreskin and all. Foreskin. Then it covered with one membrane, foreskin, otherwise we called as that perpus or perpus, foreskin or perpus and all. Then this particular penis, why? Because urethra which one can process all along with that penial urethra, it ends with urethral meatus. Finally it ends with that urethral, that meatus which one can open towards that glans penis region and all. Here also two types of that the different types of, especially two particular types of that particular tissues one can be present and all. Then what type of the tissues, which one can be present inside that particular penis and all? In that one, in a dorsal as well as ventral. The dorsal as well as corpora cavernosa type of the tissues, it will be present. In a dorsal, that corpora, that cavernosa, it will be 2 in number, it will be present. In ventral side of the penis, it will be present corpus spongiosum, that is corpus, that is spongiosum. It will be present. With the help of these particular tissues, which one can erectile at the time of copulation, then it will be present. The total, it is one, that is two different types. It will be present either dorsal, either ventral, which one can be present and all. That is related to the pineal part and all. Then apart from this one, what are the accessory glands? What is the accessory glands present into the male reproductive system? What type of accessory glands? Seminal vesicles. One pair of seminal vesicles as well as only one, that is the prostate gland. One pair of, that is the Cowper's gland. That is, it will be present seminal vesicles. It will be present, that is the one pair. Then only one prostate gland. It will be present, that prostate glands. Only one, not one pair. Prostate gland. Then apart from this one, that is a Cowper's gland or bulbourethral. Otherwise, that Cowper's gland, it will be present. It is also one pair. Here very important number. How many number? Prostate gland only one. Seminal vesicles one pair. Then bulbourethral as well as this one. Apart from this one, bulbourethral glands one can locate it either male reproductive system, female reproductive system, both male and female, or Bartholin glands. Bartholin glands one can present either male or female. Bartholin glands one can present into the female reproductive system. Whereas bulbourethral glands one can present into the only male reproductive system. That is, one can understand, one can remember carefully. Bartholin female, bulbourethral male, it will be present in this aspect. So all these one, what one can secrets? All these accessory glands one can secrets seminal fluid, semen. It will be secrets semen or seminal fluid. What is the nature of these seminal fluids under either acidic nature or alkaline nature or neutral nature? Normally it will be present into the alkaline nature. The semen, it will be present alkaline nature. What is the pH value of that particular semen? 7.3 to 7.5. It will be present. The pH value 7.5. It is averagely it will be present in that slight alkaline nature, which one can be present. Then apart from this one, among this one, if it is what very deep nature, seminal vesicles, how much percentage of semen, seminal plasma, which one can be secrets and all. Why? Because that testicular, whatever male germ cells one can secrets male gametes and all. But whereas these particular accessory glands one can secrets seminal plasma and all. Both semen means along with the spermatozoans, that seminal plasma we call as semen. So semen nothing but seminal plasma plus that sperms. Collectively it will present. But here it will be secrets that seminal plasma. Seminal plasma. How much percentage of seminal vesicles one can secrete that seminal plasma? It will be averagely 60%. 60% of seminal that plasma one can. The prostate glands, it will be present 25%. Rest of these one bulbourethral glands and all. In these seminal vesicles, whatever secretes this one, what one can contain majorly and all. That means what is the constituent presence into that semen, that is the seminal plasma and all. Especially seminal vesicles, it will be present into that fructose as well as that prostaglandin. Fructose, which one can seminal vesicle secreted, such type of this one, fructose. But the fructose act as an energetic one. Fructose act as an energetic one. in this energetic part 1, apart from this one, these seminal vesicles, whatever secretes 60%, in that it will be contained maximum that fructose as well as prostaglandin. Prostaglandin unsaturated fatty acids and these are energetic way which one can be helpful in that particular Siemens, which one can for motility in that purpose and all. Then apart from this one, that prostate glands, which one can secretes 25%, it will be present. In that 25%, it will be present, that is citric acid, as well as certain type of the enzymes, it will be present. That is important. Acid phosphatase enzyme, it will be present. Acid, that is phosphatase enzyme, as well as pepsinogen, amylase, as well as pepsinogen, which one can be present in that prostate gland. For all these secretion, these particular aspects, either male gametes, either particular hormone. For example, testis is there. What is the function of the testis? The testis, which one can produce male gametes as well as the hormone. Male gamete, that is the sperm, or hormone, that is the androgen. A group of androgen, that is the testosterone. Then hormonal control of male reproductive system. Hormonal control of male reproductive system. So what type of hormones? What type? Hormonal control of male reproductive system. What type of hormones one can be controlled? All these production or these things under, it is GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, which one can present in hypothalamus region. In hypothalamus, that it stimulates that anterior, one type of the pituitary gland. It stimulates anterior lobe of pituitary gland. In pituitary gland, anterior lobe, middle lobe, posterior lobe, like that 3 different types it will be present, but it stimulates anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Then it will be stimulates and secretion of 2 particular hormones. That is LH hormone, FSH hormone and all. LH hormone, otherwise here it is called as, especially male and all, interstitial cell stimulating hormone. Otherwise we call it as ICSH. That is, in exam point of view, other than LH, they may charge to us ICSH, interstitial cell stimulating hormone. Then FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. LH, which one can act on leading cells. Then FSH, which one can act on Sertoli cells. Which one can line with germinal epithelium. Leading cells, one can helpful for secretion of androgens. That means testosterone. One among the important androgen, that is the testosterone. Then Sertoli cells, it will be secretes 2 hormones, that is the ABP as well as inhibin. The 2 particular type of these hormones, which one can be present? Androgen binding protein. Androgen binding protein to inhibit the production of these androgens and all. Then inhibin, which one can inhibit for the production of FSH hormone. FSH hormone only one can inhibit these particular hormone. Then what is the disorders regarding related to male reproductive system and all? That particular disorders, or what is the diseases or disorders of male reproductive system. Suppose undescending testis, which one can be present towards that one, that is we called as, that is the cryptorchidism. Undescending testis, we called as cryptorchidism. That is, cryptorchidism means unable to produce the male gametes and all. Then impotency, unable to erectile that pineal pod due to hormonal imbalance and all. Then apart from this one, that regarding related to the sperms, which one can aspects and less number of sperms. For example, in testis one can secrete nearly minimum 250, maximum that particular 300 millions of sperms from one ejaculation. Less than that 250 Suppose some of the people 50 or less than 50, that is oligospermia. That is oligospermia, less than the normal count. Normal count of the sperms, that is 250 to 300 millions from one ejaculation. These sperms, one ejaculation, less than this one, it will be present, that oligo. Then apart from this one, androgen deficiency, aging male, Adam. Androgen deficiency, aging males. That means according to age, automatically which one can be reducing the production, that synthesis, which one can secretion, that particular hormones and all. It is also one among the important characteristics. According to age, which one can reducing and all. Then inguinal, which one can present hernia, inguinal hernia. Inguinal hernia, one among the inguinal scrotum which connected to the abdominal one, it is not at all connected in a proper manner and all. That is, we call it as inguinal hernia, that prostate cancer. That cancer also which one can affect it commonly. That cancer normally in prostate. That in prostate glands, normally which one can affect it to this one? Prostate cancer, which one can be present and all. That is related to the male reproductive system and all.